Hello, this is Gio, and look at what happened here. Somebody kind of bashed through the door, and this whole door plate just broke in two. I've already taken out the molding here because that was pretty much gone, but I kind of want to keep this door frame because I'll show you right up here. Coming up here, you can see it's kind of one piece, and if I were to take this off, I would have to take this piece off and maybe even damage the corner piece here. I'd even have to grab a whole new door frame itself. But I want to see if I could repair this, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. Now, you know, I wouldn't actually try to attempt this if it was kind of an exterior, kind of a heavy-duty door, which you really needed the security. But this is an interior door frame, and actually it broke just strictly out of an accident. Nobody was trying to break in. So hopefully I could get this kind of back to normal. It broke from the top. It just split here, and it's actually still holding on here. I don't really want to break it off. I could, but I would rather it just stay like that. And so what I'm going to be doing is just to use initially just some good old-fashioned Elmer's wood glue, and I'm going to apply wood glue along the entire seam and then secure it in place. Alright, so I'm just going to try to apply a little bead of Elmer's glue all the way down. Kind of try to get it on there. And then I'm going to just use a Q-tip. Even though there's some, it's kind of fibrous, it should work just fine for this application. And just try to smoothly spread it throughout all the surfaces. You want good contact. I don't know if you can see this, but there's some fragments of wood still kind of clinging on to dear life, and I want to make sure I get behind these without breaking them off to get full contact. You want this bond to be as strong as possible. So with all the glue applied, I'm just going to start clamping it. Now I have 4 clamps. I'll do 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and I'll just start from the bottom where it's still connected to the wood. So I'll just clamp it. Make sure it's all straight. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit for about 24 hours, and I'm not going to really, I'll scrape off the glue, the excess glue later, but so let it cure for about 24 hours, and then we'll go ahead and take the clamps off. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours, and so it's time to remove the clamps. So the glue job did a pretty good job. It's pretty smooth. There is some chips here that we're going to fill in with filler a little later on, and then after we paint this, the crack should almost be invisible. But I do want to pay attention to this door frame and the original door jamb plate. So the original plate fit in here and was only secured with these small little screws. The screws only went into the door frame itself. So when there was pressure this way, it pushed this way and essentially cracked the door frame itself. But even though we glued this with some good, fairly strong wood glue, it's still weaker than the original wood. And so I don't want to rely exclusively on this glued door frame. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use deeper screws. I got some 1.5 inch screws here, and I'm just going to go all the way through to this back wood. So there is a little shim here that supports the door frame, and it'll go through the shim to this back wood. And so when this door plate is here, it's going to be secured by these deep screws supported by this backwood rather than just exclusively the door frame. So we'll do that next. Then time to reinstall the door plate, door frame plate. And again, these screws are going all the way to this backwood. Okay, so the repair is pretty much complete. I just have to kind of paint up the door frame here, fill in these little chips, and then put the molding back on, and then it should look like brand new. Now again, I wouldn't do this if it was an exterior door where security is a big issue, but just for these interiors doors, this should give this door some extra life. So I hope this helps. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.